It's been 8 years since the last Ring of Fire CD, and finally, after too long of a wait, they are back with their fifth album, Gravity. And I want to welcome back to the show singer Mark Boals.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining us again via cruise ship. He says he's on the middle of the ocean right now, so that's kind of cool. Never had that before.
Yeah. I'm in the Caribbean, somewhere between the Bahamas and Puerto Rico.
All right, very cool. Well, of course, we had you last on the show in April for your last Shining Black album. So you're keeping busy, my friend.
Yeah, well, you got to nowadays, and I love it. I mean, I love to keep making music. I'm nonstop now. I'm in my studio nonstop writing and recording whenever I'm home. And actually, I have a recording rig on the ship here. I have a whole recording. I have, if you can.
He's going to pull it down for us.
I'm going to show you the microphone, just prove it. If I can not break everything.
Goes over well on radio.
I got a nice Nyman microphone here.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not using for this. I'm just talking through the. But yeah, I get the whole setup here.
Yeah, and now besides this new album and your cruise that you're on right now, what else is going on with you over the last 8 months? Anything else musically that you want to talk about?
I'm writing stuff nonstop, and nothing I can talk about yet because the stuff is still in the planning stages. But there's a lot of new music coming soon.
Okay.
But let's not get ahead of this one. But I want people to check out while.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're going to talk about the music, but first, tell me about the bandmates on this new Gravity album. Tell me about the guys on the album with you.
Okay, well, the main guy in the album is the guy that I started Ring of Fire with, Vitaly Kupri, who is a keyboardist, fantastic classical pianist, concert pianist, and he is out with Trans-Siberian Orchestra now. He's been playing with them for I think 11 years.
Wow,
years, something like that. But anyway, that's the root of the band, and normally it's Tony McAlpine playing guitars. But he's moved on to his solo instrumental stuff right now, and he's concentrating on that. So he couldn't do this album with us. So we went through a bunch of guitar players with the label. I was talking to the guys and trying to find the right person instead of Tony, and we came across Aldo Lonobili. I don't know if I pronounce his last name right because I just always call him Aldo. But it's something like that, and he worked out really well. He's easy to work with, and he's a great producer, songwriter, everything. He's all around. He's one of the staff guys for Frontiers. He does, I'm sure, a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
But and he brought in the bass player and the drummer, guys that he knows and works with in Italy. So they did a great job. Also, that's Alfonso Massarino on drums and Stefano Scola on bass.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I could ever pronounce all those names. That's why I had you do it.
I love Italy. I mean,
yeah,
I must have been Italian in another life. I feel so much at home when I'm there, and oh man, I love the food.
Yeah, I want to go there. I want to get there someday before I'm
it's fantastic.
Before I'm dust. So your music, it is described as neoclassical power metal. Explain that to the listeners and me as well.
Well, I didn't come up with that term. Maybe you should ask the guy who came up with it. But that's just a box that they put us in because we don't fit into any other box. It's definitely classical influenced, and neoclassical is something I think the Japanese came up with. They started calling Deep Purple neoclassical, which I don't understand. But anything that came after that was anything like Deep Purple and a little bit prog became neoclassical, and neoclassical metal, neoclassical rock. Now, what did you say? We were neoclassical power metal?
Power metal, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. I like the ring of that. But
yeah,
as far as what it means, yeah, I have no idea what it means.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. Those damn PR guys.
Yeah, they got to call it something. So, that's what they came up with.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the song and the video, Storm of the Pawns. So much sound in this song, and talk about the video as well. It was a pretty cool video.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I filmed that on a dry lake bed outside of Las Vegas. My part, anyway. The other guys filmed theirs in their homelands, somewhere in Italy and somewhere in Pennsylvania. I have no idea where, but they put it together pretty nicely, so it looks like we're all in the same place. Sort of,
Yeah,
kind of.
a lot of people have to do that these days, or at least the last couple of years with COVID and everything.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's nice to see the guys play a little bit, and have something to look at while you're listening to this crazy music. Um, that song was really kind of hard for me to put. Vitaly just sent me the music pretty much. Well, he played like everything on keyboards. He made a drum machine, and that's how he give me the song ideas. And that was it was no click track or anything. It's like what do they call that? Timing that's not really. It's not. You can't put it on a grid. It's classical timing, and so it was kind of hard to work with to come up with the vocal lines and stuff to go with that. But it was a good challenge. I love the song.
Yeah, it's a great song, and there's so many great songs on this neoclassical power metal album. So I hope you don't mind me asking about a handful of them. First, I love the song "Gravity." Tell me about "Gravity." That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was the first song idea that Aldo came up with, and that came together really fast. It was just a natural kind of progression of stuff, and I really dug that one too. That was one of my favorites, also.
Yeah, and I also dug "21st Century Fate Unknown." Talk about the song and the lyrics in that one.
Well, I can't help but be a little bit on topic of world situations and the way everybody feels now. I mean, nobody knows what the heck's going on. We're on the edge of World War III, global warming, the politics got not just USA, but all the countries in the world. It's the extreme right and extreme. Everybody's gone this way instead of together. The right's gone. Wait, that's my left. The left's gone left, and the right's gone more right. And it's like that in every country. It's not just America. It's in England. It's in Brazil. It's in everywhere you look. The same kind of thing is happening, and people are not coming together to fix problems. They're making new problems with the conflict and so it makes it you wonder what the world's going to be like in 5 years or even 2 years. And I just keep making music and hope for the best, but it's a bit of uncertainty in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I love the rock songs that you just want to headbang to, but I also love the songs like that one that makes you listen to the lyrics and makes you think about what the song is really about. That's why I enjoy talking to you guys about them.
Yeah, well, I just had to say something, and that just felt natural for that. So I don't want to be political or
Right.
judgmental or point fingers at people or ideas, but it'd be nice if we could all come together and find solutions to all these problems. I mean, you got North Korea's firing off missile after missile after missile, and everybody there's just too much stuff going on everywhere, and people are going. It seems like it's all crazy, and it seems like it's unnecessary with all the technology and all the communication we have now, and what we know about things. But I think there's just too much greed and lust for power.
Yeah. Well, and on the same vein, I thought COVID would have brought everybody together, but it seems like ever since COVID, it's split everybody up even more.
Yeah, it has. It's amazing because well, there's so many conspiracy theories, and a lot of those are put out there to hide the real conspiracies that are out there, because there are some conspiracies that are real, but there's so many fake ones that you don't know anymore, and people are just, I don't know. The internet has become a crazy place for crazy people to be heard.
Yeah, like Back to the Arena.
Well, we're not crazy. We're okay.
Well, I think we're a little crazy.
We're just crazy for music. That's all.
Yeah. And I have to ask about the song Sky Blue. Even though it's a slower song than the others, I would honestly say that may be my favorite song on the album. Your singing is top notch, and the guitar playing was mesmerizing. Talk about Sky Blue.
Okay, yeah. Aldo played me that idea with the acoustic guitar, and I could hear the whole song immediately. It just fell right into place. And he said, "Do you think this would be okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, let's do it." So it was just an acoustic guitar, and it grew from there. I could hear the melodies right away, and the words came to me right away. So it was just a nice little. It's nice when that happens. I mean, I've been blessed with a lot of blessings like that. The things just come to me sometimes easily without
Yeah.
too much work, and I like it that way.
Yeah. And was there a reason that the slowest the song on the album was the last one? Was that kind of just like a way to end the album, or did it just happen to fall in that spot?
Well, I maybe I have the wrong running order here. I don't have the CD in front of me. It says "Sideways" is the last song.
Oh, okay.
Because
Maybe I'm just looking at the way the files downloaded on my computer.
okay, because well, they did do a orchestra version as a bonus track for Japan. Do you have maybe you have the
Oh,
Japanese
maybe I didn't
version?
get that. Yeah.
And that's got a orchestral version of Sky Blue as the last song.
Oh, okay.
As a bonus.
Maybe. All right. Well, I'll have to look for that then now. Jeez. So, will there be a Ring of Fire tour or shows in 2023 that you've scheduled so far, or is it still kind of waiting to see?
And now Vitaly and I are definitely going to push to do some shows, and I can say we'll do shows in Japan and Europe, and I hope we can do some shows in USA. That's the question. We don't know if we can do it or not. Ring of Fire's never played in the USA, so I don't know if people would come out. I would love to do it. I would love to.
Yeah, I mean,
It's good.
people go like sheep to a herd, or sheep in a herd to the Trans-Siberian show. So why wouldn't they want to go see this?
Right. Yeah, I guess we can. Yeah. Of course, we're not going to have that kind of a production. Their production,
yeah, that's kind of hard to top.
is grown into a complete. I mean, it's insane. The production is so great. It's so huge now. It's so huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big. It's bigger than. I mean, they might have more pyro than Kiss.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Pyro and lasers and everything they got is crazy, but it's a good show, and I don't care if you guys perform this without pyro or without lights, even. I think it'd still be a great show to go see live.
Wow, I wish. Well, I hope everybody thinks like you, because that would be great.
Well,
I would love to do the big production like that, but I don't have millions of dollars up front to put it together.
Yeah.
So
yeah, not many people do. Last time you were on the show, I'm pretty sure we were doing this segment when you were here last time. It's called Rapid Rocker Response, where I end the interview with just some crazy off the wall questions that don't have anything to do with your music. Did we do that with you last time? Do you remember?
probably.
Probably. Okay. Yeah. If it was in April, we did it because I've been doing it since the beginning of the year. So, first question I have for you, you got some pretty easy questions because I scanned them before we came on the air. But what emoji do you think you use the most?
Usually the laugh out loud emoji, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What was the last thing that you liked on social media? Since we're talking about liking things, what was the last thing you liked?
Well, somebody posted about Billy Gibbons using 7-gauge strings on his guitar, and I read the article and liked it because I couldn't believe it. You know what 7-gauge is? It's like I didn't even know they made strings that thin. 8 is the gauge that's the lightest. That's what Yngwie uses, 8s, and I thought that was really light gauge. It's so light you can barely touch it. 7 is even lighter than that, so it's a really thin string. It's like a human hair almost. But so Billy Gibbons is one of my favorite guitar players. So I'm like, what?
I would think they would be easier to break, right? Thinner is easier to break.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, yes, yeah. You have to touch them really light. You go out of tune if you touch it too hard.
So it's funny that a musician would like a post like that when I ask them what's the last thing they liked on social media.
Well, I mean, I'm just like everybody else. I go on the internet to do something, and all of a sudden I see something and I start scrolling.
Yeah.
Start scrolling, and you see the car wrecks and the ships banging into each other, and any crazy thing you can think of.
Yeah. 45 minutes later, you forgot what you came for.
Yeah, I'm like, what was I doing? Oh, crap.
All right, next question. If you had to pick one cause to spend your life devoted to, what would that cause be?
Music.
Music. Okay.
I think I've already done that.
Yeah, you're in the process of that, so that was pretty easy. Who's your favorite hero or heroine?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
They don't
Hero.
have to be real. It could be a Batman or something. Not that Batman's not real, everybody, but
Well, my son's favorite. My son is 6 years old, and his favorite is Pikachu. So I guess I have to say Pikachu.
Wow, I would have never in a million years thought you'd be saying Pikachu, but yeah, okay.
I
Uh,
thought ones went away, but they came back. All the stuff's back huge now, bigger than ever.
yeah, yeah, Pikachu. All right, what's your least favorite holiday? What holiday do you think is terrible? I guess.
Terrible. I don't know if any of them were terrible, but I mean, I used to love Christmas. I don't know if it's terrible, but it's so commercialized now, and you just start buying stuff like months ahead of it, and you start putting people put up the Christmas decorations in November or even October. Uh, it's just become something ridiculous, I think.
Yeah,
But it's not terrible. There's no. I like Thanksgiving. I like Easter. Most of the holidays are a time when you come together with family and
yeah,
friends and stuff. So none of them are really terrible, but the commercialization is
yeah.
crazy.
Well, I put my Christmas lights up in November, but I don't turn them on until December. I just put them up when it's not, because in Indianapolis it could be 20, 30 degrees, in December. I'm going to put them up when it's still 50 or 60 and jump ahead of the game.
I remember National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, the
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I used to be crazy, but my daughter's in college now, so now it's just like stir some strings on the bush, put something around the door, and I'm done.
Yeah, something. I mean,
Uh,
people are crazy with Halloween now.
oh
Halloween,
yeah,
they're like they put all these inflatable monsters, and they have like, oh my god. And one of my neighbors had a chainsaw, and he was sitting outside, just sitting on a chair, and he was handed, as soon as he handed the kids the candy, he'd go light up
nice.
the chainsaw. And they I thought that was pretty creative. They scared the shit out of everybody, including me.
Yeah, God, that's a house you won't go back to next year. All right, what's
Anyway,
your favorite ice cream flavor? That's the question that came up. Your favorite ice cream flavor?
uh, I love vanilla, but it has to have chocolate sauce on it.
Okay,
Vanilla with chocolate sauce. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Um, what was your childhood nickname? Did you have a nickname that all your buddies called you or your parents called you?
Yeah, my parents never called me by nickname, but my friends called me Fleetwood. And
Okay.
it's because I my first car was a Lincoln Continental town car, and then I had a Fleetwood 65 limo. Uh, I don't know why. I really loved those cars, those big old boat cars, and so they called me Fleetwood ever since I had
All
that
right.
cat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, final question. You made it through. What is one vacation that you really want to take? Where's one spot that you want to go that you've never been?
Africa. That's
Okay.
easy.
Just anywhere or like on a safari or
Yeah, I want to go on a safari. I guess I haven't figured out. I haven't studied it enough and come close enough to going there to figure that out. But I guess South Africa is probably a good place to go. But I really don't know enough about it.
yeah. Have you
Go
been
with it.
to Have you been to Australia? Have you toured in Australia?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been to Australia a few times and New Zealand too. New Zealand is really beautiful.
Yeah. There's so many places I want to go, but here I am in Indianapolis rocking it.
No, New Zealand's where they filmed all the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah.
So it's there's like 4 million sheep there and 1 million people. So there's more sheep than people. So
Well, we have a couple stations broadcasting the show in New Zealand, so that's cool. Good to know.
nice. Yeah, they're nice people too. It's a good place.
All right. Well, the new Ring of Fire album is called Gravity, and you can go out and get that thing because it's definitely worth the 12, $15, whatever CDs cost these days. You can get more information on the band on Facebook, on your page at Mark Boals Official, on Instagram at Marcus Boals. Is that your formal name?
Yeah, that's, I don't know. Somehow that ended up there. And I have a website too, markbowlesofficial.com.
Okay, there you go. Well, I appreciate your time, Mark. It's always fun talking to you. Have a great rest of your cruise, and hopefully we'll see you here sometime in the States touring, whether it's with Ring of Fire or with somebody else. We want to see you live.
I hope so. All right. Yeah. Just hit me up whenever I come around.
I will definitely do that. All right. Be safe. Have a great new year.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.